Yo, this is your boy Tay Day All Day back again with another episode. Real quick, guys, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the Fit Now system, guys. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. Also got some gear here, so let us know if you want any. Go ahead and reach out on Facebook at thefitnowsystem.com. Just on Facebook. Just look us up as the Fit Now System. Your first one to pop up, black and white logo. You guys got it. Hey, today we want to go ahead and talk about. Racism. I mean, we're not even going to just stick to police brutality, or we're not going to stick to how they manipulate the system. Today, I'm going to talk directly down to white versus black. Okay. Because, I mean, it's just dear and near. I mean, me being a black man and living in this world today, and how things have to be, or stirring out to be, not sure how it has to be, but how it is right now, and how even some of the white people that have grown up in that area of poverty, or lower, or just lower class, and see this information, can see white privilege. They can see how things are being stirred up as they further themselves in a career. I was watching this gentleman TED Talks. I just shared it on my Facebook. So if you follow me on Facebook, make sure you go to my page and go ahead and check it out. I just dropped it today. And the TED Talks, the gentleman, he explains how, white privileges, and how, more importantly, business is drained, and the perspective that they want to put out and constantly put out. He talks about, basically he's talking about how black rappers are able to put out certain, they're only limited to certain music and put out certain things. They get on these record labels that are owned by white people. They get on, they have white people that supporting them or are helping them, but only if they're rapping about drugs and how they kill other black people. This is how they brainwash on a massive scale. The great example he brought up, because I was just like, okay, this sounds like another video that, if you've ever seen TED Talks are usually good informational, great points, very intelligent people that are usually have great information to give, to share with people. And in this form, the gentleman decides to, it's not just a normal talk. He gives a great example of Rick Ross. So Rick Ross was speaking about, he put in one line about pedophile. Okay. And technically, if we're talking about, he just talking about pedophiles and stuff like that. Had a bar for about pedophiles, and it blew up. That one line that he wrote blew up, and people didn't like it. People as in white people didn't like it. Oh, they throwing nasty comments at him as, oh, this is crazy. It was not just pedophile, it was day rape. And, he made a joke about day rape, and they just jumped on him about it, and, saying, oh, day rape is real, it's a real thing, it's something, all these things. And so, I mean, rape is rape, and music is music, right? So, they let him talk about killing other black people, what goes on, drugs, and how they're destroying masses, and all these other things that they talk about, these black rappers rap about. but they got to be in the controlled substance. They got to make sure they make the white man happy. They got to make sure that they stay within their means of how the white man wants them to rap their music and write their music. It's limited to their creativity. So whenever Rick Ross went in there and pushed the line, he was currently working with Reebok. Well, as soon as that happened, from that one line, Reebok fired him instantly, destroyed the contract. And it was a big thing at the time for him. But I mean, if you know Rick Ross, and you just got to know a little bit about Rick Ross. Rick Ross is an entrepreneur. He's a great example for black owners, entrepreneurs, businessmen. He has some great information on how to, anything that he bought, anything you see that he has is not, he can't profit from. That's all he does is buys things that he can profit from. But the furthermore, the message of the conversation is that we're controlled as black men and women. Black people are controlled and only allowed to do certain things at the higher level. And this is the point: is that white people always try to keep the black man down, where they cannot own too much or own something at all if they can prevent that. So we're talking about large companies, Fortune 500 companies, things of that nature. You cannot own those things unless you are, it's just really rare. I mean, you tell me how many black owners owns Fortune 500 companies, or own record labels that allow these things. So the point is just simply, what do you believe in when it comes down to record labels and what they're doing? Because there's many people that do crazy things. I mean, look at it. We've had history of Miley Cyrus. We have Britney Spears. We have these other white people that have gone over the edge and things like that, and said certain things and done certain things that do not, don't get the same punishment. I mean, Rick Ross lost millions of dollars on that contract immediately. It was just a quick phone call what they did is they protest him and do that. And it's talk about white people. Whenever white people are playing rap music in their car, and just an example, you pull up next to him, a black, it could be two black guys in a car that just pulled up next to a white man, and two white men in a car, and if they were playing rap music loud, they'll turn it down. Why do you do this? Because the white people are afraid and don't want to show that this is what they do. This is what they enjoy. The guy also goes and talks about that white people buy more records and music from the black people. I mean, we can go to country music. I mean, if you listen to country music, you hear the craziest stories in country music that the white man will put out. And this is, nobody raises a finger to them. No slap on the wrist, none of that. But it took one line for Rick Ross to get cut off from a multi-million-dollar contract. But no, they didn't want to fight it. They didn't want to back him up with freedom of speech. They didn't want to, this is a form of expression. They didn't do none of that. And the gentleman also goes off to explain a great way of explaining what Black Lives Matter is. And this man is he's a fully white man, but he's trying to help people understand that Black Lives Matter was never a movement to exclude other races or ethnicities. It's a movement to let you know that black people are equal. Black people are human. We're not objects. We're a species. We're human. We're just like you. And that was the point, that's what Black Lives Matter movement is that we are equals. It's not a discussion. It's not a negotiation. black people are equals to the white man. So what did the white man try to do? All lives matter. Oh, you want to go ahead and butt it in and say, oh, all lives matter. Yes, but you don't understand. The movement is called Black Lives Matter, so you can understand that we are equal. We are human. And he goes on to explain it way better than I can, but it's a video that you guys have to watch. So if you do follow me on Facebook, please go ahead and check me out. If not, just go ahead and look me up as Devontae Nico, Neko Parker on Facebook, and you can go ahead and look and just scroll on my page, and you can see that video. It's about a 5-7 minute video, but it's a great video to watch. It's a great listen, and it can open your eyes to understanding just another person, another massive way of controlling people, because they want to take something and they need to have control. The white man has to have control because they know that if the black man overcomes what they have, and all they do is take what the black man does and slap their name over it. A black man created this. Black man created, we created rock and roll. Okay, when I was growing up, I thought white people created rock and roll. I don't know about you. I can't speak for everybody, but you only hear a bunch of white people that play rock and roll. You would never know, unless you've done your research, that rock and roll came from the black community. So, the music and how things turn out and things that we believe it's not within our culture as a black man or a black woman. It's not within our culture. We didn't create this. We didn't do this. Yeah, we did. We did, but guess what? Just like America, the white man came through and claimed it and said, fuck what everybody else have to say, and moved on. And that's okay, because once we get together as a community, as a nation of black people worldwide, and we decide to stop all this violence, stop killing each other, stop battling against each other, and start coming up as one, and realize that we are brothers and sisters in our own way. We have our own way of looking at things. We have our own way of doing things. As soon as we stop battling against each other and realize that we have the power to become equals, we have that, we can stop this, we can move forward, that's when we'll be at our best. And all we want is to be equals. We're not looking to, obviously, there's not a lot of racist black people that are like, oh, I hate white folks. That's just out there. In my opinion, we've done a great job with overcoming that obstacle, and we continue doing that. But we still have these barriers and these things happening, whether we're talking about in the justice in the court of law, or if we're talking about if we're just talking about in school systems, or if we're talking about in the workforce. It's just those things right there to keep us what they would describe as grounded is our biggest issue.